Welcome to my videos and my blog. In this time, I'm going to talk about what happened yesterday on MLB 2025 playoff day 5. Well, yesterday started the divisional series where there were played 4 games, 2 games per league. In the American Divisional Series Game 1, in the first game, the Toronto Blue Jays didn't have any problem and defeated my favorite team, the New York Yankees 10-1. And with this victory, the Blue Jays took the lead of the series 1-0. And in the second game of the same league, in the Detroit Tigers did a surprise. They defeated the Seattle Mariners 3-3 in extra inning in 11 innings, and with this victory the Tigers stole the home advantage and take the lead of the series. And in the National League Divisional Series in the game 1, the best team the best record team in the regular season, the Milwaukee Brewers, they had a problem, defeated the Chicago Cubs 9-3, and they took the lead of the series. And in the second game of the same league, in the best game of the day, the reigning champion team, the Los Angeles Dodgers, defeated the Philadelphia Phillies 5-3, and with this victory, the Dodgers stole the home advantage and took the lead of the series. So let's talk about a little more about each game. Let's start with the American League Divisional Series, Game 1, Toronto Blue Jays 10, New York Yankees 1. Remember that this is a divisional game or series because both teams play in the same division. The American League is division, where you can see that the Blue Jays won the game by nine runs difference. But to be honest, the game was closer than it looked like, because the Blue Jays started to win the game where they were leading 2-0 in the bottom of the second. But after that, the game was very close. But what was the difference? That the Blue Jays took advantage or about the opportunity that they had, and also the Toronto bullpen played a tremendous game, and this was different about the Yankees bullpen. Also, the big difference. Let's move on to the top of the sixth inning, where the Yankees have a bases loaded and started to bat the best batter in the Yankees. Aaron Rodgers had the opportunity to minimum to connect a hit, to minimum to produce two runs. He had 0 outs. He had the bases loaded, and what happened with him? He struck out and he couldn't score any more run. Also, Giancarlo Stanton had the same opportunity, the bases loaded, to minimum to connect a hit and to bring two runs, but the both players didn't could score any run. The Yankees only could score one run in the sixth inning, and they wasted this big opportunity to 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 take the lead of the game. After that, in the bottom, in back-to-back innings, in the bottom of the seven and bottom of the eight, the Toronto Blue Jays scored four runs in each inning, and they increased the lead and they won the game 3-1. Also, the big difference, how I told you, is that the Toronto Blue Jays bullpen were execute better than the Yankees, and also the Toronto Blue Jays took advantage of the offenses of the bad game of the Yankees bullpen. Also, we need to talk about the bad performance that Aaron Judge has having in his history in the playoffs, because he's playing a very bad baseball, especially how bad he played in the last World Series that the Yankees lost against the Dodgers, and how bad he's playing in this position. So if the Yankees want to qualify to the championship series, Aaron Judge need to improve his baseball level and try to bring more victories. With this victory, the Blue Jays took the lead of the series 1-0. And in the second game of the American League, in the second game of the day, in the game 1, the Detroit Tigers traveled to Seattle and defeated the Seattle Mariners 3-2 in extra innings 11. I remember that in this series, I predicted that the Detroit Tigers are gonna to qualify because the experience. Because remember that the last season, the Tigers qualified to the playoff, and they lost in the divisional round, I think so, or in the divisional round. Also, about the Seattle Mariners, they made a tremendous and a history season, because For second time in its history, they won the American League West Division, and this was the first time in 24 years. But also, I think that the Mariners suffered the lack of experience playing in the postseason, and the Detroit Tigers took advantage of that. The game was very close. It was a typical postseason game where the game was very close. But what happened? And I think that in this game the Tigers won this game because the better execution of the head coach. Because remember the Tigers manager won a World Series with the Houston Astros, and we can see here the difference of the experience in the manager. For that reason, the Tigers execute better. They score the winner run in the top of the 11, and with this victory the Tigers took the lead of the series 1-0, and they stole the home advantage, very important. And in the National League Divisional Series game 1, in the first game, the best record team in the regular season, the Milwaukee Brewers, didn't have any problem and defeated the Chicago Cubs 9-3. Here the big difference was the first two innings, where in the first two innings the Milwaukee Brewers scored all the runs, and it was very impossible for the Cubs to reduce that gap and try to reach them and win the game. Also in the first inning, in the bottom of the first inning, the Brewers scored six runs, and I think that here was the game, because in the top of the second the Cubs should have scored minimum 3 runs to try to reduce the gap. They couldn't, and in the bottom of the second the Brewers scored another 3 runs. Now they took the lead of the game in that moment to 9 runs difference, and it was very impossible for the Cubs to reduce that gap. In the end, the Cubs scored the 3 runs in the last 3 innings, but they couldn't reduce more the gap, and the Brewers won the game easily 9-3, and they took the lead of the series. About the starting pitcher, Freddy Peralta made a tremendous performance because he threw a 5.2 innings. He allowed only four hits, he allowed two runs, but he made 9 strikeouts, and this was an amazing performance. And now with this victory, the Brewers took advantage of the series 1-0. And in the best game of the day and the best series of this run, the Los Angeles Dodgers traveled to the Philadelphia Phillies, and they won or stole the first game 5-3. This was a tremendous game. I'm not gonna to lie. I think that from this series the winner of this series is gonna to win the World Series of this year. This is my prediction about the series. It was a very good game, because the Philadelphia Phillies started to win the game, where in the bottom of the second they scored 3 runs, and they took the lead of the game 3-0. In that moment, I thought that the Phillies were gonna to win this game, and they were gonna to increase the lead, because in the top of the 3, the Dodgers couldn't score any more run, and I thought that in the bottom of the 4, the Phillies were gonna to score another more runs, but they couldn't. After this bad inning, Shohei Ohtani dominates the Philadelphia Phillies offenses, and the Dodgers were still trying. But what was the difference? That in the top of the 6 and the top of the 7, the Dodgers scored 5 runs, 2 in the 6 and 3 in the 7, and they overcame the score, and they won the game 5-3, and they stole the home advantage, and they took the lead of the series. About the Phillies, the starting pitcher played a tremendous game, where the Christopher Sanchez threw a 5.2 innings. He only allowed 2 runs, and he made 8 strikeouts. But what was the problem? The Philadelphia Phillies bullpen made a mess, because they allowed 3 runs. That this was the difference to lose the game. And about the Dodgers, what I'm going to talk about the Dodgers are a tremendous game, because Shohei Ohtani received 4 strikeouts. He didn't play a very great game, so did Mookie Betts, but the Dodgers had a tremendous team, because when Ohtani and Betts don't play a very great game, the other teammates like the Teoscar Hernandez that scored a home run and he produced 3 runs, and Enrique Hernandez and the other players make the difference. Also, Shohei Ohtani threw a tremendous game, where he threw six innings. He allowed 3 hits and 3 runs, but he made the 3 strikeouts. And I will remember that how I told you that the difference here is going to be the bullpen, and the Dodgers bullpen that has had a lot of problems in the regular season. Yesterday they control a lot. They didn't allow any run. Yeah, this is very difficult to understand and to understand because the Dodgers bullpen battled a lot in the regular season. They didn't allow any run, and they won the game 5-3. How I told you, with this victory, the Dodgers took advantage of the series 1-0, and they steal the lead. So what's next today? Where it will be played only two games, where it's gonna to be played the American Divisional Series Game 2, where in the first game the Toronto Blue Jays will receive my favorite team, the New York Yankees, and 16-0 in Toronto, Canada, and 16-08 extra time. How I told you, the Mariners won the first game. If the Yankees want to survive, they need to win this game and to avoid to fall 0-2. I think that the Yankees are going to improve a lot. I think that if the Yankees want to play this game, the Yankees need to score the first runs in the first 3-4 innings, and the Yankees need to win this game by 2 or 3 runs difference to win this game. So I think that the Yankees are going to recover. I think that the Yankees are going to win this game by 3 runs difference, and they're going to tie the series. And in the second game of the day, the Seattle Mariners are going to receive the Detroit Tigers. This game is going to be played in Seattle, Washington, and 20:03 Eastern time. Remember that yesterday the Tigers did a surprise and they defeated the Mariners in extra innings, and they took the lead of the series. With the yesterday victory, the Tigers stole the home advantage. So the Mariners is a must to win this game to avoid to fall 0-2 in the series and travel to Detroit with losing the series. So I think that the Mariners are going to improve a lot. I think that the Mariners are going to win this game by 2 or 3 run difference, and they're going to tie the series. So I hope you like this video, and if you have any comment or suggestion, you can write me in any social media platform. So see you next video. Gibran.